This video is about the difficulty that I'm having deleting my recently passed away father's number from my phone. We really weren't in contact much. You can't see it, but when I looked at his number, I just felt sick about the thought of deleting his number, because I know he's gone, but somehow deleting his phone number is the finality of it. So I'm going to delete it, and maybe I won't delete it. Maybe I'll wait and I'll call it, because I was going to delete it, but I didn't because it felt gross or felt weird. So I went to sleep, and then that night in my dream my father called me, and I remember it was so clear. It was like he was really talking to me, and it was really happening, and he was just talking like nothing was normal. How are you? How's Dominican Republic? And I just told him that things were going good. I'm making a line of jewelry, and even though everyone thinks living in the Caribbean is all a vacation, I'm working really hard here, but it's not too bad. It's better than some places I've lived. Anyway, long story short, I woke up and I couldn't believe it was a dream, and it reminded me of when my grandfather died. My grandmother told me that she really did have a call from her husband, my grandfather, from the grave. So I didn't actually have a call in the real time, but dreams are real in a certain way. So anyway, that's the story about my dad's phone number. So I'm calling him now. If he answers, then it's going to be strange. But at least I figured I'd call before I hang up, delete the number. Well, I'm not authorized to call this number by my account holder. So that's not really closure either. Anyway, I wanted to share that moment with my brothers and sisters since I haven't been with any of you in person, to talk about how Dad's death how you're processing it. I'm still processing it. I'm seeing him more in people and in myself than I really thought I would. In a way, we have a closer relationship now, if the definition of a relationship is how much you think about somebody. I think about him in more fond terms now that he's actually on another plane, and I feel in some strange way closer, because I feel like I'm a very spiritual person, and I didn't really see that side of him when he was in his body. So that's how I feel. I feel that since I've had a few near-death experiences, that I spend probably more time than people who haven't had near-death experiences thinking about the spirit world. And so for me, that's very natural that I would actually feel closer to him now that he's dead. or not in this body. I don't believe that there is a death. And I also made this video, I'm also making this video to give myself a feeling of, now that the new year is here, of doing something public, even though this is only through the ether, through the magic of electrons and electricity. It's a way for me to manifest some of my interior thoughts, which have been very bottled up, because I do live now for the past 3 months in a foreign country, and I have very little contact daily with too many people, just because I'm sort of in a creative, even though I do speak some of the language, very little, and some people speak English, I'm in a sort of a creative growth phase with the jewelry, the cat jewelry line. I think I'm going to call it after a town in Sicily called Catania. So it'll be the Catania line, play on the word cat, and it's not limited to just cats, like domestic cats, but also lions and panthers. And I will put some of those on here, probably with a better camera, because this one I don't think is going to pick up the jewelry. So that's it. That's my little video. I hope everybody's having a wonderful now year. I wrote a little commentary on my Facebook saying Happy Now Year, because I'm not celebrating New Year, because to me there's only the now. And if you haven't read The Power of Now, I highly recommend it. It's just a way of thinking about time as non-linear, as just a continual now. And there is no past, there is no future, there is only now. And it's always now. So that if everyone just lives their life now, then you're happy. Because really, if you just stop right now and think about it, you're fine. Most of our problems happen in our mind, in our imagination. And I really believe that we create our own reality, and when we focus on the now and the gifts that are right in front of us and what we can do now and what we're doing now, we are complete. So happy now year. Happy now. Forget about year. The years don't exist. Those are just concepts. But now is not a concept. Now is now. Peace.